the second video about the trimesters. In the last video you saw the whole first trimester, and we talked about that for a long time, also because I think the most stuff happens there, mentally, mostly. Yeah. So we yapped a whole bunch about that, and this video will be the last 2 trimesters. So that's, yeah, we're still wearing the same clothing and everything because it is the same day.
Yeah. And one video is would have just
it's
been
gonna be too long. So yeah, I will start this one again with the internet symptoms. So the second trimester from week 13 until week 28. Some symptoms you can have: body aches such as back or thigh pain. In second trimester, did I already? I think I had some. You
already had back pains.
Okay, back pains. Stretch marks.
Yeah, they were common.
Okay, they were common. Oh, the line on the skin, the linea negra.
Yeah.
I didn't have that yet.
No.
That came really late.
Yeah.
Patches of darker skin, also did not have that, like the mask of pregnancy. I also was kind of, yeah, I told you that if you sit in the sun too much, your pigment is changing because of pregnancy things.
No.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, did not have that. Itching, I did have that. And swelling of ankles, fingers and face.
That also happened.
Yeah, I think so too. So those are the internet symptoms for the second trimester. And I do want to say that in the first trimester I was looking forward to the second trimester because everyone says, oh, it's the best one. You feel so nice, you're not nauseous anymore. Well, newsflash, I was still nauseous. It still kept on going for quite a while. I think around week 22, 24 I wasn't so nauseous anymore. But before that I definitely still was. So I also still with throwing up. That didn't change anything for me, unfortunately. The belly started growing. That was cool. And I also took a lot of pictures, and every morning I woke up there was nothing, and then when Philip came back from work I was like, Philip, look, I have a baby belly. And
it was so small back then.
It was so small, it was really cute. But the annoying part of that is not fitting into your normal clothes anymore. I was wearing pregnancy clothes and just being frustrated because every day there was another item that I did not fit anymore. That was a little bit sad. For the rest, I think mentally I felt better than in the first trimester. I was also less tired. Could do some more things because you don't have a really big belly yet. And whenever you don't feel nauseous, then life is a little bit easier. Also, all the people around us knew that I was pregnant. We had the ultrasounds. We knew that the baby was doing good. And in the second trimester we also found out the gender of the baby. Yeah. We had to wait on that for a very long time because the baby was not feeling like it, but we found out with 23 weeks.
Yeah, she had her legs crossed the first ultrasound where you could have seen something.
Yeah, and then we had to wait another month.
Yeah.
And then luckily then we saw it. We didn't see it, by the way, the gynecologist saw it. I had no idea how he saw it, but okay. And then the time after he also said, yeah, you already know the gender. Like, yeah, we know. And then he actually also showed us. So now we know for sure. So we had a quick battery change. But yeah, in the second trimester I had around 4 weeks that was really sunny. As in I felt good mentally, but also physically. That was just, I could still do my horse riding movement and everything. And I felt really good. Yeah, until I didn't anymore, and but yeah, then we're already kind of around in the third trimester. I don't have so much for the second trimester. It was just the beginning was still like the first trimester, and then we had those 4 weeks that were like really good, really nice, and yeah, then it stops.
Yeah, maybe when it comes to the male part, I couldn't also write that much down because I was just simply not quite sure how I was feeling back then. Because it feels like just a transition period between the first and third trimester. But yeah, in the meantime, there happened a lot. We moved into our new place. We found a new stable for Boar. We found a gynecologist. We found a midwife. Eventually, we also found a doctor for ourselves. So that also took some time. But besides that, it was on the timeline was moving to a new place. Then I think there was
married.
no. I think yeah. I mean yeah. But then our parents met for the first time.
Yeah, that's
before that. Then we also had to buy a new car because
true.
Lieke's old car unfortunately just broke down in the mountains. It was a very eventful day, actually night, and we were just there waiting until someone could pick up the car, and we somehow managed to get a friend of my brother to pick us up in the middle of nowhere to drop us off at our new place. Then also, you also seen the videos about the apartment tours, so we painted the whole place, we bought some new furniture, then also we were hunting for more baby stuff, but we already hunted for some stuff in the first trimester. Also in the second trimester we got a lot of baby stuff, usually second hand, and then we also had I don't know, was the birth preparation course before or after proposal? No, I think I proposed to you before the course.
Yeah, but it was kind of during the course we got married.
Yeah.
But we weren't engaged for that long.
No. So I definitely proposed before we had the birth preparation course. It was also an exciting evening. And then we had the birth preparation course, which was cool to have, just seeing or trying to see, okay, this is how it's going to be when the baby will be born, or just getting some theoretical knowledge. Even though at the end of the day, we both came to the conclusion that it was not so useful at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's also nice to hear some stories of other people, how they experience a pregnancy, but the course itself was not so good.
Then at the end of the course we then had our wedding, which was also a lot of preparations and very stressful time because we did everything ourselves. So there was also some stress, but differently. It was more like, I would say, like leisure time stress, because it was not particularly aimed for the baby or the pregnancy. It was more aimed for all the stuff that was happening on the side.
Yeah, there were a few weeks that we were almost not allowed to talk about the baby or do baby stuff because it was all about the wedding.
Yeah.
And so, like, if the wedding is over, then we can do baby stuff again.
Yeah, that's true. But we still got a lot of stuff fixed. And we also had the gender reveal before the wedding, which was really nice. You also saw maybe a little short that we filmed. And yeah, after that, just proposal, wedding preparations, and the wedding. That's it for the second trimester on my side too. I don't have any particular emotions that I can tell you or experience that have been, I would say, crucial, but that's not true. A lot of stuff happened in that time, but I cannot really give you any advice on that time. It was just a transition period. It was.
Yeah, and I do think it can be the nicest trimester, because also the belly was growing in that trimester the most. The baby's kicking a lot, by the way. That is also something nice to mention. I think that's also take its peak in the second trimester, but you just feel a lot of kicks, and that's cool. Belly kicks. So yeah, I do think the second trimester is overall usually the most relaxed. We still had our honeymoon baby moon in the second trimester. Everything is still quite comfortable, so I guess then we can go over to the last one, huh?
Smooth transition to the third trimester. Yeah.
Let's see what the internet says about the third trimester. So week 29 until 40. Some symptoms you can have: shortness of breath,
Yep.
definitely. Heartburn,
Yep.
definitely. Swelling of ankles, fingers, and face, definitely. Belly button may stick out, has not happened yet. And Philip is sure that it's not gonna happen.
No.
Leaking breasts, not really. Trouble sleeping, yeah. The baby dropping or moving lower, yes and no.
It's on its way.
She has moved lower and then up again, and I think now she's on her way down again. But that can also depends when it happens or it doesn't happen until birth. And contractions, which can be a sign of real or false labor. So yeah, there has also been some practice contractions, or what do they call it again?
Braxton Hicks contractions.
Yeah. So 3rd trimester, I was quite excited when it started, and I was also kind of freaking out because this is the trimester where it's all gonna happen.
This is it.
And for example, I think, the belly is at its biggest. I had to stop with horse riding. It's already a challenge to get on that horse with such a big belly, but also you're out of balance and out of breath. So there's not so much you can do anymore. And my body is just, I don't want to say giving up, but you do notice that your body is preparing for the baby and it's not so steady anymore. Also your bones get weak and...
Oh yeah, you've been cracking a lot.
Yeah.
Bunch
and,
now.
That's also the reasons why sometimes I cannot sleep, just because my body is hurting. And they do say it's good to get some movement. So I'm walking a lot lately, but if I walk too long or too intense or too hilly or through the forest, then the day after or the night I cannot walk anymore because my whole body hurts. And I do gotta say, mentally it's exhausting because now I just want the baby. And you know it can happen every moment, but you also know it can still last 3 weeks, and that's quite long. And I think the most annoying symptom for me in this trimester is definitely the heartburn, so the acid reflux, because the baby is so high, there's no space, and that's terrible. I really hate that.
Stomach acid is keep coming up.
Yeah, and usually as a normal person I never had that. Maybe twice in my life or something. But usually I don't have that. And then you have all these tips on the internet, like, oh, don't eat that, don't drink that, and do eat that. To be honest, if there is a baby kicking all the juices up, there's nothing that can help.
No.
So that is, and it also prevents you from sleeping. So that is definitely something that I did not know up front. And I do have, that is, I think it's bothering me the most. And for the rest, I do think some things are easier in the 3rd trimester. The whole world can see that you're pregnant now, so usually they also tend to get it if you're tired or you cannot walk that far or
Want to sit down.
Want to sit down, indeed. Now I'm just saying, hey, go away, I'm gonna sit down there because
me
I'm
that
very
seat.
much pregnant. So I really don't hate this trimester. I think it's kind of exciting because you're also prepping the last things, you're doing the baby washes and making sure everything is done. And
You have some advices.
I would just say listen to your body. Sometimes I cannot sleep and then I just wake up in the middle of the night because I'm hungry or I'm in pain and I cannot lie comfortably anymore. Then I just get out of bed at 4 in the morning, sit on the balcony, eat some rice crackers or something, and then afterwards I go back again. And usually I'm not really a sleeping in kind of person, but lately, if you wake up at 4 at night and you only get tired at 7, then I sleep from 7 until 9. Then it's time for food again. And then sometimes I get tired from eating and then I sleep again. And then in the afternoon I'm all active and I want to do stuff. And then we also do every day some movement, so we're walking or going to the stable together, which is also mostly walking. Just to to keep moving, to try to keep getting the baby out. And Yeah, I would just say accept that because every trimester is heavy on the body, but the third one might be. Yeah, I mean you're literally preparing for the end race, the end sprint, and you never know when the birth is gonna start, and you need a lot of energy for that. So if I feel like I have to sleep all day just because I cannot stay awake, then I'm sleeping all day. And yeah, I think that's always important to listen to your body, but also now don't feel guilty for not doing anything all day. I also find more peace now in just playing a game, reading a magazine, making a puzzle, and then that's my day, and that is fine. I mean, I don't have to do anything productive since my body is preparing for giving birth, and I think that is already enough. So whenever I can do something, I really use that energy to do something, but I can tell you the energy doesn't last that long. So yeah, for the rest, I actually feel good now. The third trimester, I think mentally has been perfect actually. I just feel really good and excited for the birth and for the baby to be here. Yeah, I think that's my perspective.
Yeah, so when it comes to my point of view, again on the timeline, I think at the end of the second trimester to the third one, we had the little baby moon, honeymoon, which was very nice. And after that, we were already starting to prep a lot of stuff for the baby, because I do get that as the time progresses, that you might want to have everything settled, build the nest, and just prepare everything so that the baby can arrive in a safe and clean environment. So it's sometimes, so for example, I'm pretty chill with that, but I have the feeling Lieke sometimes has this inner urge of needing to do this and that now because it needs to be done, and not, for example, reschedule another day. But that's also just generally your character.
I would say that's my personality, not per se the pregnancy, but I think it gets more.
Yeah, even though I would say, okay, for example, yeah, you could have had a stressful day and then you still need to do something. For the man out there, I would say try to keep up, and anytime something is just not possible to do in that moment, just try to reasonably tell, like, hey, we can also do that tomorrow, for example.
But then also do it tomorrow. Don't make promises you cannot back up.
Yeah, and yeah, also I think, oh yeah, and we still had some moving to do from Lieke's place in Netherlands to our place here. And besides that, we just enjoyed the summer going to the pool, and we had a lot of friends activities.
Yeah, I do have a comment about that. Going to the pool is great, swimming is nice, but sitting on the grass is not possible anymore for longer than 10 minutes. Your back will break. So there were a lot of warm days in this summer where I went to the pool, but it is just not comfortable anymore to sit around the pool. And about all the social activities, that is something I do feel like you kind of had the feeling like, help, I think my life is gonna end soon, I have to see everyone, I have to do everything, and you love to take me everywhere too, and that can sometimes be a little bit heavy in the last trimester, like the traveling, but also just staying somewhere all day long. That takes a toll, and I think I mean your life is not gonna end, it's just gonna change, and you can still do all that stuff, but I also have to make some choices that I say, like, hey, you do this alone, I'm not gonna come along, and hey, maybe we only see 2 friends that weekend and not 4 because it's just too much. A lot of social activities, and I mean, yeah, sometimes you're just tired, and I do have the feeling like you still want to do everything before the baby is there. Yeah, that is something that I noticed with you in the third trimester, and that you also were like, yeah, can we also still drive to my grandma, which is like 3 hours away, but then also still go home the same day. It's like, what? I'm sorry, no, it's just, my body feels like I don't want to go anywhere anymore. I just want to be around the house.
Be around the nest.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I think for me it was more that I wanted to still do a lot of stuff. Like you said, it's not like that I cannot do it anymore after baby will be born. It's just going to be different. But I still enjoyed the summer that we had, or I had with the friends coming over. Also, just doing stuff together, which is really nice. Which I really enjoyed the last part of the trimester, or I mean the last part of the pregnancy. And for now, it's just kind of being around the nest, waiting for the baby, and it's just going to be, well, it's just enjoying the calm before the storm. So right now, it's just okay. Let's let's stay around the house. Let's stay around our area, and just always be prepared when the day will come that we have to go to hospital.
Yeah, and I also, the third trimester is all about the preparations for birth. It feels like it's all about birth, and it's also weird to realize, for example, I'm not gonna see my parents anymore before the baby is there.
True.
Just that stuff realizing is weird. The last time we were at the gynecologist, they're already wishing me luck, and they said, if the baby's there, just give us a call, this and that. And they were also like, huh? But I still have an appointment in 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, it can already happen.
Yeah.
And I also do feel like every time people see me on the street, that they're like, oh, still no baby. And I think it's a lot of waiting, preparing for the birth. We had appointments at the hospital that I'm gonna give birth. And yeah, staying close to home. We don't go much further than an hour away.
No.
And also you are not drinking anymore, or maybe one
Sounds
drink.
like I've been drinking all day.
No, you're not. But I mean, you did have Oktoberfest, and
Yeah.
usually that would be a nice party
Good
to drink a lot of
opportunity to
beer.
drink, yeah.
But yeah, this time I said, hey, just do one, and then please stay available for me.
But I also feel like that in my inner self.
Yeah.
So I do feel like I just want to be around Lieke. I just want to be at home. I don't want to travel far away. I just want to be close. And that's, for example, also some advice that I have. Still try to enjoy the last days of the pregnancy, because I mean obviously there will be a third human being around us anytime soon. So also enjoy just being by the two of you, and
Yeah, some dates.
some dates.
We did some lunch, some shopping, and that is, I also do feel like I can enjoy that way more now. Not that we cannot do that with the baby around, but now we can go spontaneously. We can really enjoy each other, and I think that is
Still nice before the
really
baby.
nice. Yeah, and we watch some movies, play some games together. I do feel like we also want to be a lot together.
Yeah.
Just because it is gonna change, it is gonna be different, and that's exciting. But it's also really nice to still really like, how do you say that? Mindfully enjoy the last bit of rest and the time together before all hell breaks loose. Even though that's also, I'm really excited for that. But I think it's also, we both realize like, oh, you gotta enjoy these
moments,
these last weeks. Yeah.
And then we can enjoy the next some years.
Yeah, next stage of life.
But it's exciting, and definitely try to take time for yourself as well as time for your partner.
Yeah, long baths, long showers.
Yeah.
Just sleeping in,
Sleeping
breakfast in bed.
breakfast in bed. All the small things that are nice.
Just treat every day like a Sunday.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah, it has been a nice third trimester, and
yeah, I cannot complain. I really thought it would be heavier, also body wise, and yeah, okay, I have a literally heavy body, you know, the belly is big and my body hurts sometimes, but as long as you just listen to your body and feel what it needs, and you don't do too much and you don't do too little, it is actually really nice. And at least I am enjoying it, and
yeah, you should always listen to your body, because it tells you what it needs.
Yep. Amen.
Amen. And then I guess that's the end for this video. That's a good
those
conclusion.
were the trimesters, at least our experiences.
Yeah, our view on the trimesters, our experiences. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yes, bye bye.
Bye.